All right, I'm gonna try and do this in one shot. There's a lot that goes into it. So normally what I recommend is starting with a lender and figuring out how much you're pre-approved for. Because if you go to an agent and they can't show you houses if they don't know how much you're approved for. So going to the lender, whether that's if you know you have to work on your credit or your income or whatever, maybe starting like 6 months or even a year in advance. But normally I would say 60 days before, with the market we're in, 45 days before you want to be moved into a property is when I would start, because when you do the application, depending on how difficult your file is, if there's like a lot of self-employment income or tricky income, if it's not like a straight flat W-2 salary or hourly with consistent 40 hours, then it may take a little bit longer for us to sort out that income. But normally that should take a couple days, depending on how busy the loan officer is, and getting that letter put together, getting that to you, getting it to your agent, and then depending on really your price point and what's available in the market, really that depends. Based on that, it will decide how long it takes for you really to figure out what home you want. Because if you're a super specialty, like niche area and price point, it may take you longer. I've had people that go under contract the same day that I've done the letter. I've had them where it takes a couple weeks. That's generally it, up to a month. I've had other people where it takes like a lot longer, especially in the market we have just kind of been in. So once you go under contract, generally it's 30 days. So when you go binding on the contract, which means you signed it and the seller signs it, to when you close on the home is generally 30 days. If it's not, you would know, because maybe they need temporary occupancy, whatever, maybe they're waiting for their house to be built, but generally it's about 30 days. And then throughout that process, we get updated documents. You don't quit your job. You don't go buy a boat, all of those fun things that I always preach to you guys. And then at the closing day, depending on what state you live in, there's wet states and dry states. So I'm based in Georgia. Georgia's a wet state, which means the day that you sign your documents is the day that you move in, unless it states otherwise on your contract. Dry states, I know like California is a dry state. The day that you sign generally isn't the day that it gets funded and you move in. So it really just depends on what state you live in, but that's normally a realistic, hopefully, timeline, and it answers your question.